Good morning everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you in today's segment. In our previous segment student we have discussed about the force and about the changes that we have due to the applying the force that we have discussed. Today we will discuss about the Newton's law of motion. There are the three laws of motion student that were given by Sir Isaac Newton, and these laws are known as Newton's law of motion. There are the three laws student: first law of motion, second law of motion, third law of motion. Today we will discuss about the first law of motion. In the first law of motion student, all the objects in the universe, they resist the change. They want to remain on the same position. Means if they are in rest, then they want to remain in rest. If they are in motion, then they want to remain in motion, till the unbalanced force is not applied on them, and the resistance to the change, that resistance to the change or that resist to change is known as inertia student, and this law is known as law of inertia. In our daily life we observe this law student. Many times when we do the traveling in the automobile transport, and if the particular automobile transport starts from rest, then what happens? Our body moves backward. Why our body moves backward student? It is due to the inertia of rest, because our body wants to remain in rest at that time. Many times when we do the traveling in the automobile transport and the automobile transport is moving, and suddenly the driver applies the brake on that automobile transport, then what happens? Our body moves to the forward direction, because our body resists the change. Our body wants to remain in motion. So it is the tendency of all the objects student, all the objects, living as well as non-living. They want to remain on the same position. If they are in rest, then they want to remain in rest. If they are in motion, then they want to remain in motion. If they are in a particular direction, then they want to remain in that particular direction student. And this tendency to resist the change is known as inertia. So this word you will learn, inertia, and this law is known as law of inertia. Now there are the three types of inertia student. First is inertia of rest. Second is inertia of motion. Third is inertia of direction. So there are three types of inertia: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Now what is inertia of rest? When the object is in rest position student, then it wants to remain in rest, and this tendency of the object is known as inertia of rest. If the object is moving, like if the ball is moving, then that ball want to remain in motion, and this tendency of the ball in remaining in motion is known as inertia of motion. Many times students, when we run, we do the running, and something come in front of us, then we don't stop. We also have the jugs on that object that comes in front of us. Why? It is due to inertia of motion, because our body wants to remain in motion at that time. Our body wants to do running at that time, and we resist the change. So that is an example of inertia of motion. Like this, inertia of direction. Like when a football player kick the ball towards the goal, student, towards the goal, and another player kick that ball, then what happens? That the direction of the ball is changed, but the ball wants to remain in the same direction. So when the objects want to remain in the same direction and it resists the change, that is known as inertia of direction. So there are three types of inertia, student: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. And this law means the first law of motion that was given by Sir Isaac Newton. This law shows about the inertia, means when the object is in rest or in motion or in a particular direction, then that particular objects want to remain in the same position, and this tendency of the object is known as inertia, and this law of motion is known as inertia of motion, till the unbalanced force is not applied on them. Means inertia of the object can be changed by applying the unbalanced force. Now, due to the inertia, the objects have one physical quantity in them. Can you tell me the name of that physical quantity that we have due to the inertia? It is mass, student, mass. Mass of the object is due to the inertia of the object, or we can say that the mass of the object is directly proportional to the inertia. If the objects have the more mass, then that particular object will have the more inertia, and due to having the more inertia, we will apply to change the position of that object more unbalanced force. So inertia is directly proportional to the mass of object, or we can say that mass of the object depends on the inertia of the object. It is about the mass, student. And what is the SI unit of mass? It is kilogram. Like if there is one particular heavy box, then we can't change the position of that heavy box. Why, student? Because that heavy box have the more inertia, and due to having the more inertia, what should we do? We should apply more unbalanced force on that particular box, student. That's why what should we do? We should apply the more unbalanced force to change the position of that heavy box. So it is about the inertia. Now, in the automobile transports, there is one belt is found, student, and that is known as seat belt. We should wear the seat belt. Why? Means driver or the travelers that travel in the automobile transport, like car, they should wear the seat belt. Why should they wear the seat belt, student? They should wear the seat belt to protect their body from the inertia. Because when that particular automobile transport starts suddenly At that time, the body of the traveler or the driver resists the change, and due to resisting the change, there is one jerk is applied, and due to that jerk, the accident may take place. So to protect the accidents, what should we wear? We should wear the seat belt, and seat belt protect us from which physical quantity or which physical tendency, student? It is from the inertia, means from the inertia our body is protected. Because when we are in rest in the automobile transport, then we want to remain in rest. If we are in motion, means the automobile transport is in motion, then our body is in motion. And if the driver suddenly applies the brake at that time, to protect our body, what should we wear? We should wear the seat belt. So it is about the inertia, student. And why should we wear the seat belt? Like this, in the buses or the trucks, all the loaded material is tied by the ropes, student. Why are they tied with ropes? They are tied with ropes to protect those particular load from the inertia. If the driver or the helper don't tie those loads or those loadings, then that loading may fall due to the inertia of rest or inertia of motion. That's why drivers or the helpers of the buses or the trucks, what they do, they tie the loads. They tie the loads, or they tie the objects that they have on the roof of their buses or the trucks. So it is about the inertia, student. Like this, many times we want to dry or we want to remove the dust particle from the bed sheet. Then what we do? We shake that bed sheet like this. We do the shaking, and due to that shaking, the dust particles are separated from the bed sheet or the mattresses. Why are they separated, student? Because the dust particles remain in rest due to inertia of rest. And when we shake the bed sheet, then the bed sheet come in the motion, but the dust particle remains in rest. And due to that, those dust particles are separated from the bed sheet. Like this, if we want to dry up the clothes, then what we do? Generally, if we want to dry them fast, then what we do? We shake those wet clothes like this. We shake them. Due to that shaking, the water droplets that are remaining in rest, they remain in rest, but the clothes come in motion, and those wet clothes are separated. Means the wet clothes are separated from the water droplets that are found inside the clothes. Because the water droplets that are found in the wet clothes, they come in rest, and the clothes come in motion, due to which the water droplets are separated and we can dry them early. So there are many examples of the inertia, student, and in which we apply the inertia of rest or inertia of motion. So again I am repeating the first law of motion. What is it? All the objects in the universe resist the change. If they are in rest, then they want to remain in rest. If they are in motion, then they want to remain in motion till the unbalanced force is not applied on them. And this tendency of the object to resist the change is known as inertia, and this law is known as law of inertia. Now you will try to learn this law, and you will also learn the questions that are related to this law. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.